Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Months of investigating have given a local family precious few answers in the mysterious freeway death of their loved one. Good evening. I'm Karen Drew, in for Kimberly Gill tonight.
I'm Devin Skillian. Glad you're with us here at 6. State police say Trevor Woolery was killed in October in a hit and run near Ann Arbor. But Trevor's family does not understand how he ended up near the ramp of eastbound M14 to southbound US 23. Let's get to Priya Mann. Priya, the family is now offering a significant reward.
Yeah, that's right, Devin, Karen, good evening. The family is offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads to a conviction. They have so many questions about what led up to his death. They say he was working full time, he was planning for his future, and now they're just hoping for closure.
He just ends up dead on the freeway, just how?
Rebecca Woolery is desperately trying to figure out what led up to her brother's mysterious death.
He's my younger brother, yeah, and I think anybody that has a younger brother knows that they're like the best thing in the world.
Time has stood still since Trevor Woolery's body was discovered in October. The 30-year-old was found in a ditch next to the ramp of eastbound M14 to southbound US 23 near Ann Arbor.
It just doesn't make any sense how he could just disappear out of nowhere in the middle of the day and then just end up like this.
MSP say Woolery was killed in a hit and run on the freeway, but Rebecca doesn't understand how he ended up there.
That week he had been using an Uber to get around, and his phone had shut off about 8 hours before someone may have possibly seen him being struck in the road. And that's unusual too, because he never shut off his phone and it never came back on.
Months later, the family is offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads to a conviction.
It's been awful. I hardly sleep, you know. Every time I close my eyes, I dream about him. I think about him up there on the road, and, you know, I wonder where he was all day. And, you know, and it's just hard to really grieve the right way when you just want to know what happened, you know, and what he went through.
And Rebecca says her baby brother was her favorite person in the world. They had been making plans to travel through their 30s. Michigan State Police are looking for a white Dodge Caravan from model year 2008 to 2013. May have some possible damage on the passenger side. If you have any information, you're asked to call MSP's Brighton Post. That number is on your screen, 810-227-1051. Reporting live tonight, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Yeah, all right, Priya.
Well, a tragic turn of events in Clinton Township. Police there say a 5-year-old child has been found dead after the boy left his home near 15 Mile and Harper. Police began searching for that child near an apartment complex this morning. They found the boy and brought him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. They're still investigating the circumstances and are not sure how he died. If you know anything, please, police would like to hear from you.
Death toll from the nation's latest mass shooting rose today. An 11th person now confirmed dead in the massacre at a Lunar New Year festival in Monterey Park, California, near Los Angeles. Police say 72-year-old Hu Cantran used a semi-automatic pistol with a high-capacity magazine to carry out the shooting at the Star Ballroom Dance Studio. The mayor of the town says the shooter may have been targeting his ex-wife, though no motive has yet been confirmed by investigators. After the attack, police say Tran drove to another dance hall in a neighboring community where he was confronted by people inside the club there.
At one point, I was able to pull the gun away from him, shove him aside, create some distance, point the gun at him, intimidate him, shot him and say, "Get the hell out of here. I'll shoot. Get away. Go."
As police look for a motive in the shooting, the community struggling to understand how this violence could happen in their town. And ahead tonight on NBC Nightly News, Kate Snow talks with the mayor, who says there is a real sense of confusion and so many questions.
I know it's a tight community, right? How is the community doing?
I think that people are in shock. They're in disbelief that something like this would happen here.
And Lester Holt has traveled to Monterey Park as well, spent the day digging into the investigation, looking into possible motives and listening to the stories of the survivors. That's coming up right here at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Straw purchases put guns in the hands of people who aren't supposed to have them. And federal agents say some of the guns purchased by this Grand Rapids man hurt or killed children. Now he's headed to federal prison. Sean Lay is live tonight with the investigation that brought down one of the state's major firearm traffickers. Sean.
You're absolutely right, Karen. And this guy from Grand Rapids got 40 firearms. He bought them and he made sure each and every one made it out to the streets. A 2-year-old named Khalees Brewer was shot and killed by her own father last February. Police say it was a murder-suicide. Where did her father get the gun? The feds say Jarrell Martin from Grand Rapids in April of last year. An 11-year-old girl was hit by gunfire during a drive-by in Flint. Where did the shooter get that gun? A Glock 9mm that was used. The feds say again, it was Martin. Gun violence in Isabella County, Genesee County, Kent County, homicides, drive-bys. The feds say Martin bought all of those guns, lying on purchase forms saying the guns were for him when he was instead selling them to convicted felons who were using them or reselling them to others.
Mr. Martin was what I would describe as a textbook firearms trafficker. Multiple purchases of firearms, multiple recoveries across the state of Michigan, multiple cases where the guns were either used in violent crimes or recovered at crime scenes. And this did not deter him. He took no accountability for his actions.
Back here live. So we're talking about those 40 guns. The feds say they were able to track down 14 of them. That's all, 14 of the 40 guns, Karen. Meantime, Martin gets 3 years in prison. We're live tonight. Sean Lane, Local 4, back to you.
All right, thank you, Sean.
After the city of Royal Oak installed a new parking system back in 2021, the hope was that parking violations and accessibility to downtown would improve. It actually appears to have only gotten worse. Kim DiGiulio tells us some ways the city may change their street parking to still again try to make it better for people and businesses.
Parking in downtown Royal Oak has been a hot topic for years, but even more so once the city installed these new meters where you actually have to back in to legally park. But after some research, the city is finding that many drivers are now just deciding to violate the laws altogether. A recent parking study done in downtown Royal Oak compared parking habits in 2022 with 2018. Since that time, the city has contracted a partnership with Municipal Parking Services, or MPS, responsible for these electronic meters.
One thing the study showed is that we have 750 more spots than we did just a couple years ago.
But the study also showed that people are frustrated with this system. But you don't need any fancy paperwork to know that. Just ask around.
I do not like the parking because it's very complicated to back in.
Now, 43% of motorists who use the new on-street meters end up getting a violation, either because they failed to pay within the first 5-minute grace period or they stayed beyond the 2-hour time limit.
Do we need to go back to the vendor and tell them it's time to improve your system? Are people just trying to cheat the system and not knowing they're going to get caught? So it's really important that we take a dive into it, but then also change the system to work the way people want to use it.
City Commissioner of Royal Oak, Brandon Colo, says there are solutions the city has in mind that they plan to discuss with MPS in an upcoming meeting.
We see most people who want to park and go, maybe they pull over because they got a cell phone call, they don't know, they want to be a dangerous driver. They leave within 10-15 minutes. So maybe we can move to a 15-minute grace period where you can pull into any spot and not worry about getting a ticket. Go out and pay.
Additionally, they may consider changing the time limit from 2 to 3 hours, something that the businesses are now interested in. Brandon says the goal isn't to ticket people and collect money. The goal is to make the system work, so ultimately the businesses can benefit from more people enjoying downtown Royal Oak. It may just require some tweaking.
When all the bells and whistles are working the way they should, it's supposed to make it easy and convenient for people to come down and enjoy Royal Oak.
MPS also handles the parking in Michigan cities like Flint and Hamtramck. Their contract with Royal Oak expires in 4 years. Reporting in downtown Royal Oak, I'm Kim DiGiulio, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Kim. A busy exit along I-75 in Oakland County is shut down again as part of the modernization I-75 project. So this is the deal. The northbound 12-mile road ramp closed this morning. It will remain so until late February. That's so crews can install the foundations for a sound wall. The entire new set of ramps for 12 Mile just recently opened this past October. So thankfully, if you need to get to 12 Mile Road, you can still use the new exit at 11 Mile and head north on John R. That 11-mile exit's fancy, by the way.
Yeah, I know, hasn't it?
Like
Yes,
you
it
exit
has.
and you're like, whoa.
Things have changed. I know.
Good job.
I know. Brandon is in for Kim tonight. Brandon, we had some snow yesterday, but more ahead. And what we're watching through the windshield is a little more daunting.
Yes, it is. 36 hours or so away. That is when the next big winter storm. Next, I mean, have we had one? Maybe the big winter storm is coming. It certainly, as Paul Gross likes to say, won't be the snowstorm that eats Detroit, but it'll be a good one. Right now, we are looking at upper 20s to low 30s, a little bit of a west breeze out there. So that evening stroll, heading out to dinner, heading to hockey practice. We do have some wind chills in the teens to low 20s, and that's pretty much what it'll be moving forward. Again, it's 36 hours away, so cloudy but dry tonight. Tomorrow, not too bad, and then Wednesday. Well, coming up, we'll take a look at the snow meter. Is this a meh? Is it a tough shovel? Baby boom? We'll talk about it coming up. We've got your weather covered always, though, on the Forewarn Weather app, and it is 100% free. It's got everything about the incoming storm and other storms behind it as winter is returning.